Alrighty. I want to put hair on this doll. So we're going to get busy and we're going to do it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my string in here, close it up, and I'm going to start going around and around with it. And in that way, we can do it. Now, I have a very bad hip, and sometimes I cannot stand whatsoever. I hurt too bad. My foot has been going numb. Somebody said something about a psychotic nerve or something. Yeah, it's psychotic, alright. And it hurts like crazy. So, I don't know. But, anyway. I got a couple of things that I want to fix that I have made before and all, and it'd be a good thing to be able to put them, fix them and show them to you again. You can, I don't know if I blocked them, you know, took them off the internet or not, but, I want to, try to fix them because they need to be fixed and all. So, because I don't like the way they're working. I guess I could turn you around a little bit. And I got really thin thread here. I don't really want it, no real thick yarn. I had to take my bed apart to get this. And I done some cleaning underneath my bed. Even though I hurt. Oh my God, I hurt. But I did it. And I washed clothes and all. And I got busy yesterday even though I hurt like crazy. And it took me forever and a day to work on. But I was able to do it. I'm going to do this right here till the space that I've got here is black. I don't want to go anywhere past that. I'm not worried about if I have even extra. And but I want enough to go around it, which I probably ought to find my the ruler that I want to go around it. My circle. Let's see. I may want to go with a bigger one. So let's see. I don't want to take that dress off because it's hard putting it on. Yeah, this right here would work just fine to put on here. Alright. What we're going to do is go up with it. Okay. Man, I can hardly see that. There we go. Alright, now we're going to go forward with it. I hope that's good. There we go. Yeah, it worked out pretty good. I think we can handle it. Alright, now let's go back to rolling. It is hard to understand why people can watch a video that has just music, a sewing video. So you have two choices. Turn the volume down or don't watch. Either one. It really don't make no difference to me. Alright, I'm going to call it quits here. Let's see, where is... Well, I don't see where my my thing is. Oh well, it's too late for it now. Alright, let's see what we can do. We're gonna give this a cut down. Toss that over there. Alright, now we're gonna go right in here. Oh well, that's I need thinner scissors. Oh come on, don't do that. I need this right here, thicker, right in here. Right here it is. Let's see if I can. Ooh. Right there it is. Oh, come on. This shouldn't be that hard to do. Alright. We won that battle. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Oh, wrong way. Alright. I don't think that. No, that's not all the way. Alright, we're not going to worry about it. What is that? That's the little piece. Alright, now, I'm looking for a needle that will go through that. Okay. So we're going to have to hunt for a needle. There we go, we got one. Alright. Alright, now we are going to want to put it on, put them on one at a time, and we're not going to want to tie anything. Wouldn't you know I'd get the long one. No. Alright. We're going to put it up here at the top. So it's long. Okay. There we go. We're not going to do it like I usually do it. We're going to do it this way. One at a time. Let's see. There we go. Now, I'm going to turn around to the back, and I'm going to try to do it from the back and work my way around. Let me get out of here. Oh, come on. I wished it was easier picking up stuff anymore. It's like, you can't pick it up. No. Alright. We're going to start right here. I wonder if I should tie it. I have a feeling I ought to tie it. I have a feeling I ought to. So let's go ahead and tie him.
That pun was actually how it links into modern day manifestations of Apollo. Now, when we first started talking about Apollo, I know some of you guys were skeptical, but then look how much more has been revealed over the last several years since we started talking about it. What you're looking at on your screen here is the White Horse book. It's a bookmark in here, and it's in the almanac in the film I Am Legend. Here's an image of it here. This is the bookmark in the almanac for I Am Legend. I increase the speed just in case you hear me talking fast. It just gets through this a little bit quicker. And of course, you see it is a white horse. It's weird though. It has this crown on it, or some kind of red thing on here. I don't know if it's marked. What is that, a C? Is that a backward C on there? I don't know. But there's some coloring on this horse. It is a white horse. Many of you noticed this when we decoded I Am Legend. Now, it's interesting because we're going to look at the Revelation 6 aspects to the scene and the zombie apocalypse. And it's interesting to note that there are fact checkers out there covering this and trying to basically fact check the statement that some channels are making that it was the sticker that caused the zombie apocalypse. And on a technicality, they say it wasn't actually the sticker. It was a treatment for cancer. And they're right. But it's interesting that they would even fact check something like this, right? So it wasn't a sticker that caused it. It was a treatment for cancer that ended up causing the zombie apocalypse in the film. But let's break down the scene a little bit. This scene from I Am Legend.
Alright, come on, don't move. This is what I got left over. I'm not going to get rid of it because I could most indefinitely do another doll if I need to, using the same thing. Alright, let's see. Put that over here. Put that down in there. We can use it too. We ain't going to be shy. Alright, so now I have her hair done. I think it turned out pretty good. I could put more, but I think this is going to be enough because we're going to have this right here over top of it. And what we can do is take part of it, push it this away. Oh, well, let's just go down the middle. Like that. There we go. And then, now, the doll does not show any hair or anything on it, so alright, come on, what's going on here? Where, there it is. Okay, we're gonna go right there. Oh, come on. So there it is with the hair. I'm not going to worry about putting a face on it. They do not show a face on it. So I'm not going to worry about it. It's just more or less just a doll. So I'm going to leave the hair like that. I think it looks kind of good like that. And we can have the hair coming to the front. I don't want all that. Just a little bit. Right there in the front. There we go. So, there she is. I think it looks pretty good. Alright, let's see what other object I want to work on. Alright, I made this pillow to take back and forth to the hospital with me. Where I put my head right in the middle of it. But, anyway. And then, the straps are to put a quilt right here, and then you snap it to hold it together. Come on. Are you a snap before? Why ain't you snapping now? Okay. And then we have this side. Try to get a snap. Okay. So now, I'm supposed to be able to put it over my arms like this. But it really don't hold that good. And I don't like that, as you can tell, and snaps. So what I think I'm going to do with it is, ooh, look at there, it's coming apart right here. Alright, we need to fix that first.
Of course, starring Will Smith And he's got the bookmark, right? So there's a clue about the mark. It's a bookmark. And he opens it to page September 2012. There's some other images of it. So he opens this up to page 2012, September. And his character name, of course, is Coronel Neville. And I say that way because the root word of Colonel is Corona. Corona Neville. Neville being the devil. Now, he opens it up to September 6th, and he scrolls down, and he claims that this is his birthday. Here's some other images of it here. Let me show you the birthday. He turns and looks at the dog. He says, "This is my birthday." As he scrolls down to the 6th entry, here it is here on the page, September. So what does September 6th really mean? Well, 96 is really 66. That's Apollo's number. We also have the 69 Apollo moon landings. Why do you think they had it in 1969? Because 66 is Apollo's number. The numbers 6 and 9 can be flipped and rotated to mean 69 or 66 or 99. It's all the same number when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, let's break down the scene. Here you have the white horse of Revelation 6:2. He's carrying the crown and the bow in Revelation 6:2. So you have a white horse bookmark. The mark is the ribbon. The rib from Revelation 6:2, the R and A change. He's also using an aluminum ruler called an Alumi-Cutter. It's made out of aluminum, and originally, rulers were made out of ribbon. You can't make this up.
Alright. Now I have that sewed down. Now, I think what I need to do is I want to take this right here completely off and get rid of it. Because I don't like it. And of course I'd sew it down really good, wouldn't I? And the eyes can't see. Okay, that's good.
So in effect, this scene contains all the elements of Revelation 6:2. The ribbon, which is the bow, the white horse, and the crown, which is Coronel Neville, the devil himself, or Apollyon in this instance.
So, now what I want to do this time, I'm going to leave the snaps where they are, and work on putting another snap on it. See, that would be right here. I want to make sure that this, there we go. And I want to make it a little bit tight. Go this way. Oh, it still would make it one longer than the other. And it won't work that way. I wonder. Let's see what we can do here. Put that there. And okay. Put another snap there. Let's going to give it a try. We'll pin it for right now. Alright, I'll stick this one up here. Oh, come on. It's kind of got to be tight so the blanket don't fall out, but the quilt don't fall out. Okay. And then we'll put another pin down here. Alright. Yeah, that hits it a whole lot better. Now. Now, it come up pin, but unsnap. But if we put another snap on it, that might work.
Now, what else have we discovered about the name Apollo and the false god Apollo? Well, we also discovered that the words of the Hippocratic Oath that doctors take, they are swearing to Apollo. And that links into directly what we're dealing with right now with this pandemic, which ties into the T-Man's Apollo penthouse, of course, we mentioned many, many times. And now we have more information. These are all of the words in the English dictionary that begin with the letter or the name P-O-L. P-O-L is the base word in Apollyon or Apollo. Now, as we look through some of these words, you'll begin to see a theme. The theme is domination, control, division, false worship. Make sure you guys are with me, and then we'll go through some of these root words of the word pole. So we have a pole, of course, P-O-L-E, and we all know where that came from, the snake on the pole. That's false worship after the golden calf incident in the Exodus. And we have poll, P-O-L-L. What is that? Well, that's determining who you worship. Who is your allegiance to? They take a poll. We also have polio. What is polio? It's a very gripping disease. Crippling. We have polyps, another disease. We have polar, which of course means like the highest place or pinnacle of something. That would be the false highest place, right? That links into Apollo. We have to polish something, which is, what do you do when you polish something? It shines, right? So that's another ode to Apollo, the sun god. We have policy, which means to, it's again a rule of allegiance, right? This is our policy. This is what you have to adhere to. False worship. You have police, again, basically authority, right? Submission. You have pollen, which is interesting, because that is a seed that is generated by the sun. When the flower opens, the pollen comes out, which is the pinnacle, basically, of the flowering of the plant. It's the height of the plant, or what would they call that in literature? Rising action, the climax of the plant would be the pollen, right? Notice that this is all about worship. You have politics, right? And what's that about? That's polarizing people, right? And of course, all of the other poly words, and the root word they tell us means many. Poly means many. But now we're starting to see what this prefix really means. It's about the god of this world, Apollyon, which is everything. He's everything to them in this realm. So now we have more to the story. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you how the T-Man links into all this. Now, we had discovered that the Drum family fortune originated from Whitehorse, the town in the Yukon. He basically broke down his restaurant bar, floated down the river, and rebuilt it in Whitehorse before Whitehorse became a town. Almost as if he knew what was going to happen. This was his great-grandfather, not him, but his great-grandfather. They opened up a Popium restaurant, I'm saying that differently, and they sold women there. These are the roots of the family fortune. They admit it. It's historical fact. Now, we had already established that in a previous show, so we're not going to break that down in detail. But that brings us to another Whitehorse. The Drum Whitehorse Spa in Ireland. Now, I'm using coded language because during the Trump presidency, the censorship was at an all-time high. We couldn't even talk about him at all. Now, some could argue it's because he was so divisive and they were censoring him, and then we got caught in the fray. And I wouldn't argue with that. I think that that's partially correct. That because of stuff he was saying, like YouTube was cracking down on any subjects Trump, right? Well, now that's softened up quite a bit. So now we can say his name. We could say Trump. We can say other things like vaccine. We could say those things now. Let's keep watching here. Now, to understand how distasteful and cringy this is, let me give you an example. Let's say that your family made their fortunes running slaves in the 1800s on a plantation, and the plantation was named Broke Black Ranch. Now, would you use that same name for a modern company?
Wait a minute.
Of course.
Did I just say Broke Black Ranch? Oh, boy. Sorry.
Of course you wouldn't. It's distasteful. It's part of your history. It's something you should have repented of. But what did Drum do? He did exactly that. He named his spa after the White Horse, a throwback to the town where all of his family riches originated. Now, I'm looking at this logo and I see all kinds of sixes in the logo. I see crowns. I see ribbons. Just like Revelation 6. Now, here's the site. Let's read and see what's going on at the spa. And then, this is at the International Golf Links and Hotel. It's like inside there, tucked in there somewhere. We don't know exactly what it looks like. Actually, I think we have a picture here. Here's kind of what it looks like. Notice, again, the 2 9s, just 2 6s. So this looks like one of the entrances or whatever, or what you get when you go inside there. 290 euros per adult. 2-night stay on the coast. There's your duality. Apollo is a two-faced god, of course. The Gemini. And this is what you get. Now, we're going to get into some of these aspects of what a spa means in a minute here as well, because the spa has definitive roots linking back to the ancient kings. Now, remember, the Book of Enoch talked about these hot springs, these ancient spas. In fact, it was in the Book of Enoch, chapter 66. There's that number again. Apollo's number, 66. Revelation 6:2, 66. Now, what did Enoch have to say in Enoch chapter 66 about this? Well, the prophecy says that the kings of the earth will use these hot springs. Okay? They will use these hot springs for healing. But then that the springs would grow cold, and the very waters that were used for healing will make them sick. It will be their judgment, along with the fallen angels that are released from underground to face their judgment as well. So the kings and the fallen ones will all face judgment together. But the clue will be in the hot springs beginning to grow cold. So you'll notice a lot of these billionaires and millionaires and people with lots of money have these elaborate spas. So I looked up spas, and I looked at the history here in the Wikipedia article. Some of you notice that spa also means asp, or not means asp, but can be shuffled. The word can be shuffled to say asp, which is a snake. So here is the ancient practice of spas. They were looking for cures of ailments dating back to prehistoric times, just like the Book of Enoch says. Okay? Some people would bathe in the water. They would drink the water with this high mineral content. There was ritual purification. Okay? And this goes on and on. Now, I want to be clear here. This does not mean that spas are bad, and this does not mean that Trump's spa at the golf links is intended for these reasons. We're simply going back